Hey guys, I am here with a supplementary review to 11717, this LEGO Classic set with 1,504 pieces. So I was thinking about it when I was looking at the set before, but there were only a few models and it really only used a few pieces, so I decided to build the models to see how many extra pieces would be left over and just how many just what kind of pieces would be left over, to see what they utilized, because as we know from the 3-in-1 Creator Castle or Pirate set, they really designed the pieces in the set around the main set, the pirate ship or the castle. But here we have these tiny models and really some excellent pieces, but a lot of them just are not used. So I started with the red telephone, red being one of the fewest pieces to be used, and here the telephone, you can spin the dial and it picks up rather easy, but it looks much better from far away than up close. You have this rather terrible truck and a frog prince where you can change the angle of the crown. This is okay. A very simplistic airplane. This, by the way, being one of the very few that uses blue. You basically do not need the blue bag to build any of the 7 regular sets. This is an extra set which I'll get to, except for this airplane that uses blue. The pirate ship is the first one that I modified so that I just added this piece here so that I could turn the sails and make it actually somewhat work. I also changed it to this pink, this fuchsia magenta flag so that I would not have to open up the blue bag until later, as I was keeping the parts separated by color as they came. This is a record player. If I lift the needle here, it spins rather well. It also looks better from further away. This is a man-trap plant. It's okay. This is probably my favorite. My mom had a storybook with these kind of colored elephants, and it was in German saying, "Are you my mother?" And this looks like the designer was also thinking of the same storybook. It's rather nice for a brick-built animal. Then we have this castle, which to me really looks like the yellow castle, which I've reviewed before. Mostly because it also has a red gate and mostly a yellow castle. And these were all of the regular sets that instructions were in the book, actually written and given with the set. Okay, there were 3 here and there were 4 on the other one. But online you can find some more instructions, so I built this very nice house. I think this is really great for a basic set. This is better than a lot of 1980s Lego houses. You have a bed, a table, a rather large chair, but a chair, and what looks like a stove. You have an okay brick-built bird. And doing all of these sets, I did not need any piece more than it came with, meaning I was able to not only build all of these sets together, but not run out of pieces. But that's not all. We have so many extra pieces. This is black and dark gray. This is green and dark green. This is the kind of army green and bright green. This is the dark blue and medium blue. This is the Tatooine or grays, tans and dark tans and gold. This is the dark brown and sort of medium brown. Here are the pinks and magentas left over. Here are the purples left over. Here are the blues and bluish green left over. Here are the orange and red and dark red left over. This bag is mostly untouched, as is most of the dark blue aside from this large number of 2x6s for the roof there. Here are the white and gray that are left untouched. Here are the yellow that are and the sort of lighter orange that are left untouched. And of course, to me the strangest part is that you don't use any of the base plates. They went to all that trouble to say 1,504 pieces, but they don't actually use the large base plates. What they end up using on the house, which by the way, again, is not in the instructions, it's on the online instructions. They use a half plate at 8x16, and up here they use a 4x12 along with a 1x12 for the second floor. But wait, there's more. Online there are further instructions. And on this one, I sort of left it half created because here we finally started to need pieces. So in this case, we needed more of these, which were on the man-eating plant. No, they were on the... You needed the stand from the frog, and you needed these for the bottom of the plant, and you needed for the stamen here these from the flowers, and you also needed there we go, you needed more of these from the pirate ship for this sort of windmill-like plant. So this one I did not complete. I left it missing the pieces it's missing due to the other sets. And there was a sort of Easter egg which is missing 3 pieces, 1 2x3 plate and some more angled pieces. There was a bunny also missing his stand, taken by the frog. He has some carrots. His nose, no, his nose was like this, but he's also missing another piece in there, taken by one of the other sets. And we also have a cracked egg with a chick, and I had to make him winking because we've now lowered down on the number of eyes. I've also modified the back, and of course this egg is not how it's supposed to look. So once you get to the extra online instructions, which I will post in the description, then you start to run out of some pieces to build them, but you can still modify some other pieces, use some other pieces to still get a decent look. But wait, that's not all. Remember in the instruction booklet, there was this sort of terrible looking robot which did not come with instructions, and I decided to make that as well. And of course, we are again running out of pieces, so we don't have this leg. So I only use this rocket booster, And but we did have enough of these eyes. You don't see the back of this, so I'm just kind of guessing. You can kind of tell that's a dark blue behind the mouth. The mouth, of course, is already taken by the castle. So we could also make this terrible robot. And wait, one last thing. I decided this is such a terrible and wimpy looking robot. I would make my own robot that has to absolutely be able to beat this robot. And so I made this, the Brickfist 2000. You can see he has bricks for a fist. I thought they were so cool I decided to frame them. That's why it's a frame like that. It actually holds, but it's just loosely wedged in there. Put him on wheels so he can go faster. We had these nice fire pieces here, and I wanted to make use of them. So I turned it into one of his hands, and I think it looks rather decently creepy. He's got flames coming out of the back, and I mean, he's not all war. You can see he has a drinking fountain here if you can get to it. We were running out of eyes, so I gave him one glass eye. I think a glass eye on a robot looks pretty good. He also has a golden tooth used for crunching stuff. But I mean, of course, the best feature here is the brick fist. I mean, that is just great. Who wouldn't want a robot with a brick fist? So anyway, my whole point of making this video was that they gave you instructions for a couple things, but they didn't even use the plates that they came with, which I thought was just quite strange. Anyway, I hope you liked that, and I will see you guys next time.